Hello traders, welcome to the live stream. I'm just sorting out my technology here, bear with me. Hope you're all well, hope you're having a good trading day. I am with you for the next 40 minutes. My name is Trader Tom if you're new to the channel. If you're not, then my name is still Trader Tom. This is Simply Forex, guys, and we are here to make trading simple. Right, hence the name, and how we do that is by showing you price action and how to read the charts, right? So if you want to learn more, please ask as many questions as you like about trading, about how to read the charts, but it could be anything to do with trading, right? Literally absolutely bloody anything, right? It could be support and resistance, candlesticks, it could be a currency pair you want to look at, it could be psychology, money management. So ask as many questions as you like, guys. I'm not in any new trades today. Okay, I've taken some profit off of pound Aussie dollar, and this was a nice trade. I'm looking at pound New Zealand dollar as well as a potential trade, and I'm still in euro pound. So it is pound, 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 pound for pound. This is all about the pound. So yeah, we're going to look at the pound today. I'm also in a silver trade, which is at an interesting level right now as well. So we'll take a look at that. That's the plan. There's no news. Let's take a quick look at the economic calendar, right? So there's no news until 1:30 GMT. And we've got some employment data and some Philly Fed manufacturing. And a bit later, guys, we've got some existing home sales. So this could be, an important day for the dollar, because the dollar's at, weekly support or resistance levels, depending on this, this fundamental data that's coming out, right? We could see dollar strength remain or some dollar weakness come into the markets, all right? So yeah, that's later on. So yeah, so pound Aussie dollar, guys, right? I was sort of selling this ever since we saw this big bearish H4 wick here, right? And my stop was up here, right? Didn't get taken out. A perfect example of why you should give your stop loss some room, right? And then price has come down. I've taken 70% profit in here, and I'm letting 30% run. I've actually taken off another 10% down here, right? So I actually have 20% running. All right, and you can do that, guys. You can, slowly take profit out of the trade as it goes in your direction. Like you can build a trade, you can fire more than one bullet at a trade. You can do the same when it comes to exiting, right? You can take some profit, let some profit run, take some profit, let some profit run, So this is the same idea, but just for exits. Okay, so that's where I am with pound Aussie dollar. Because I've taken some profit on pound Aussie dollar, I'm also very interested in pound New Zealand dollar, right? Because, I also want to sell this. I mean, if we look at the day chart, right, we're in a downtrend. Okay, you can see we're in this downtrend and we're at a nice level of resistance. Okay, and at that level of resistance, check out the H4, right? We're getting, quite bearish reaction so far. But what I really want to see is a structure break. There is no better indicator in the world, right, than a structure break. Yeah, if this H4 chart, you can see, is kind of ranging right now. If it breaks this level, I will be selling pound New Zealand dollar like a madman. Not like a madman, guys. I'll be following strict trading plans, strict money management, and my psychology will be in check. But I will be trading it. Yeah, I'm just waiting. Well, I'm waiting for the break. It may or may not happen. But if it does, and this level breaks, you can see where my alarm is. I am all over pound New Zealand dollar sales as well. And because I've taken some profit off of pound Aussie dollar, I'm not too open to risk with pound pairs, right? So I can still add a position here. The other pound pair, like I said, pound, 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 is euro pound, right? And this is looking less attractive, right? But nothing's changed. I want to see a break of this level. But if you look at the day chart, right, it's still looking good, yeah? We're in an uptrend. Yeah, we've got a nice wick rejection. The idea is still to take it all the way back up to here. And then if we look at the H4, right, this little grey zone within the larger grey zone, it's like a Russian doll of support and resistance levels. So yeah, I just want to see this happen, guys. You can sort of see this has become an interesting level. Maybe these lows hold, and if they do, we start to get some, you know, upward momentum. And then when we get that structure break, guys, I will be buying euro pound as well. Okay, I'm already in this trade, but I've reduced the risk on it. So there you go, guys. That is pound, pound, pound. What else are we looking at? Let's take a quick look at, well, so if we look at silver, right, this looks like a wonderful, like if you took this candle away, what's happening here? What the hell is going on here? Right, I'm not sure. Okay, don't know what's happening here. Let's get out the rewind button. But if you just went back one candle, right, to here, right, this is a H4 break. Yeah, it is, right? We was in this H4 trend, downtrend, following this trend line. And I would say this was the last high. And you can see this H4 candle has broken that last high. Only just, but it's a break. Okay, so at that point, we're interested in buying. I'm already in this trade from a couple of days ago, or a day ago. Now, if we go back now, it's at a really nice level, yeah, because this trend line is exactly the same as normal support or resistance, right? What was once support becomes resistance and vice versa. So this was once resistance, and when it breaks and retests, it becomes support, right? So this is a really nice area, excuse me, for buys, right? And for silver buys. So this is everything I'm looking at. I don't like this candle, right? But let's see what the next H4 candle brings us. And remember, we've also got some US dollar news later as well. And also, guys, my stop loss was below this last swing low down here, but I will be moving this up, yeah, to around here. Give it a little bit of room still, but I've heavily reduced risk on this trade. Okay, but we need to see what US dollar does later on. And that is you up to date with my trades. But enough about me. Let's see who is in the house. Let's say hello. So Himanshu, hi, how are you? Mick, how are you? I thought that said lofty. I thought you were very tall, Mike, but it says lofty. CJ's got a question. We'll take a look at that. CJ agrees. Silver looks decent. Added to it earlier and trailed stop. CJ, you know, great minds think alike. Man with no name, howdy. The man with no name loves Bitcoin. We know this much. How are you? Right, so let's start with Himanshu. And before we do, guys, if you enjoy the live stream and enjoy my analysis and what we discuss in the live stream, then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and smash the like button. Itchy lip. While you smash the like button, guys, I'm going to drink. It's thirsty work, this trading and YouTube. Right, guys. Himanshu, I want to long pound US dollar. Okay, so all right, this could be an interesting one. So I'm seeing pound weakness is what I'm seeing so far, right? And let's start with the day chart because US dollar pairs are very interesting to me. right? This is how sad I am. This is the sort of thing that interests me. But there's this last low here, right? And price is at that level. Okay, now looking at this candle, that would suggest that this level may not hold, right? On the weekly chart, we're in a downtrend, right? And we have a super bearish candle, right? So that would suggest this might not hold, right? But this is only the weekly chart. Let's get more information. Now, if we go to the day chart, you can see at this weekly resistance level, we've had buyers, right? So we had a couple of days of buyers taking it away from that level, right? But then sellers are still there, okay? Sellers haven't gone away. So what I would need to start buying pound US dollar. So first and foremost, I don't want to sell it right now. I don't want to sell into this support. If it breaks this support, right, and we get a candle that looks like this, then I'd be interested in selling it. Okay, but we haven't so far. And for me to buy it, this is, this has become like a lower high, right? I would need to see that level broken, and then I would consider buying pound US dollar. Because, my strategy is built around structure and trend, and I want to be with trend. So for me to buy this, I would be against daily trend, right? And that just doesn't compute in this brain. So yeah, that's what I want to see. And if you look at the H4, right, there's clearly a level through here. I would even sharpen this level up a little bit if I can find the end of it. My God, what a grey zone that is, right? I'm going to sharpen this grey zone up. So this will be interesting, guys, right? This is what you should spring clean your levels. And this is what I mean by spring clean your levels, right? So you can see here, Christ, this is annoying. There we go. Less annoying, right? There's a kind of a level now. I would move this up, and I would say this has become the level, right? Because you've got price reacting here, price reacting here, 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 and here. So for me to look for buys with pound US dollar, I would want to see at least a break through this level. Then I think we've got a lot of free air, right? Potentially up to these lows here. And this 2850 level. So that's what I want to see with pound US dollar, Himanshu, before I start buying. So, I always say, because so guys, I mentor some traders, right? And one thing I always say to them is you want to be in at the right price, not the early price. Okay. Now you could start buying pound US dollar here, right? And by the time it comes up here, you're already 100 pips in profit. But that doesn't bother me, right? What I need to see is a structure break, right? I need to see a structure break, retest, and then I can start buying. So, I would start buying in here. All right, because I have to know that sellers have given up, right? So this is important, guys, right? Every level that you put on your chart, think of it as a fight between buyers and sellers, right? And at these levels, we need a winner. Think of every level on your chart like this. And there are two levels with this pound US dollar, here and here, right? And we don't know who's winning, right? Sellers are winning. No, buyers are winning. Sellers are winning. Buyers are winning. Sellers are winning. So the truth of the matter is we don't know, right? So if we get a break this way, sellers have given up, right? So you'll see these moves quite sharpish. And if we break this way, you will know that buyers have given up. and price will move quite sharpishly, right? So wait for that. Yeah, that's what I would suggest. So Himanshu, I hope that helps you with pound US dollar. Tony Gold, how are you? CJ, afternoon, Tom. Do you think that taking partials, as in partial profits, to everyone listening, can possibly ruin someone's RR and overall success rate over the long term if done incorrectly? It's always been something that I have been thinking. So it's a very interesting question, CJ. I like this question, right? So there's a few angles to look at this question, right? So just so everyone's on the same page, right? So when we're in a trade and it's going well, right, I will generally take some profit, right? Once we get to 1:1 or close to my target at 1:1, I'm going to take some profit, right? I'm a big believer in that. Okay. And then I'll let some profit run. But CJ's asking, taking these partial profits, will they ruin someone's risk to reward and overall success rate over the long term if done incorrectly? So this term of done incorrectly or correctly is very broad. But what I will say, right, so let's take pound Aussie dollar, right? Because I took some profit off this today. And this is a really good question, CJ. Now, I started getting into this trade. So on the H4, generally my entry time frame, sometimes H1, right? But at this point, okay, I got in roughly here. So let's go back in time, right? So I wanted to sell pound Aussie dollar because the daily chart was telling me to do so, right? And then all I want to do is once, I got a nice bearish reaction. Sometimes I wouldn't wait for the bearish reaction, but this was because it was after pound CPI and I wanted to see how price settled. But anyway, I started selling here. Right, and I can see this is the last high and there's also this gray zone, so I put my stop loss above here, or I actually use a hedge, but same thing, stop loss hedge, right? And my target was back down to these lows and I was basically getting 1:1, right? Now every decision I ever make on the charts is to do with price action. Okay. Now, I know that when or if price comes back down, let me get rid of some of this now, right? Let me get rid of some of this. Right, there's the trade, right? I know if there's a strong possibility of price coming down to this last low. There just is, right? You are in a daily downtrend and a H4 downtrend, and you've had a nice big bearish wick. There is a high probability that this trade will come back down to these lows. There is less probability that price will carry on past this low, right? Because you have to think, if buyers do want to get into this market, buyers are going to get into this market here. There's lots of buyers sitting in here. So I think it would be madness not to take some profit here. This could actually end up being the turning point for pound Aussie dollar, right? We don't know, but it could be. So taking partial profit at the last H4 low or H4 high, depending on the trend you're in, I would say is imperative. And as a result of that, you said your success rate. So yeah, your win rate will be higher, right? It just will be. So you'll have a high win rate trading like that. Now, admittedly, the risk to reward is only 1:1, right? But I do let some profit run, and I've had a really nice trade on this pound Aussie dollar, right? So by taking partial profits, you are, or just taking profit at the last low, you are going to increase your win rate, right? I would say that's a fact. And also, from a psychological point of view, you've taken some profit off the trade, right, at possibly an area where buyers could be. And it just makes you feel, well, it makes me feel just more relaxed, and I can easily let the trade run a bit. So lots of benefits to that. Now, the flip side of this is just saying, this is my target, right? This is my target. This is my entry, and this is my stop loss, right? And then this works out, let's say we're getting 1:2, right? Now, I would say there is less probability of this trade hitting this level. You know, still a high probability trade, but less probable than if this is your target, right? If this is your target here, very high chance of hitting it. If this is your target here, there is obviously less chance of hitting it, purely from a mathematical point of view, as in terms of how far it has to travel. Right? It's like, you know, a gun. If I have a target and I've got a gun and it's 1 meter away, I'm going to hit the bullseye a lot, right? If that target's 5 meters away, I'm going to hit the bullseye less. And it's the same premise here, right? So higher win rate taking it to here, but you will have a better risk to reward taking it to here. So everything's a bit of a trade-off. So that's how I would answer that question, CJ, right? If you're gonna take partial profits, you are increasing your win rate, right? Will it be detrimental to your risk to reward? Probably a little bit, but you're going to have more successful trades. And the other thing is you can manage trades, right? So for example, once we get this break, if it wasn't so close to the target, you could then get into this trade again here. You've taken some profit here. You could now put that profit back into here and take it lower, right? So yeah, that's the different angles I would look at that question from. All right, so I hope that helps, CJ. Right. Okay, what else are we looking at? Guys, before we go any further, if you're enjoying the analysis, please, and the tutorial, if you're enjoying it, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and smash the like button. Also, right now, guys, if you want free access to the VIP Trading Academy, where I put all of my knowledge, tutorials, vids, everything, then please sign up with one of our preferred brokers. And you can see above my head, guys, one of our partners is Pepperstone. And right now, if you sign up with Pepperstone or switch to Pepperstone, they will give you free VIP access to our VIP Trading Academy. And they will also give you a premium TradingView account, right? No brainer. Swap your broker now. Come join Pepperstone. And also, they're a very, very good broker, and they're compatible with TradingView, right? So what's not to bloody like? Check it all out, guys. It's all in the video description, etc. Right, what else are we looking at? Man with no name. I got margin called on my position this morning, unfortunately. So if I ever hear anyone that's been margin called, you're doing one of two things, right? You are not following your money and risk management correctly, or you're in too many trades. Okay, I'm thinking about closing the remainder of my pound Aussie dollar here. Well, we'll let it run. It's looking good. Let's have a quick at pound New Zealand. Okay, we want that to break that level. Euro pound, pretty muted. But yeah, if you have a margin call, guys, you are not following your money and risk management, or you're in too many trades, right? It has to be one or the other. So, man with no name, get a real grip on your money management. And again, guys, in the VIP Trading Academy, there are tutorials on this. Yeah, so don't be afraid. Check it out. I don't know why you'd be afraid, but yeah, get involved. Mike F. Tom, how do you increase and decrease on a trade? So easily, right? If let's say you have one lot, just to keep the maths nice and easy, right? I'm selling the market. Right, let's go back to my pound Aussie dollar, right? Okay, so I'm selling here, right? And I'm selling one lot, 1.0. Okay, now I put this trade in the VIP Trading Academy. I don't mean to keep prattling on about it, but come join it. There's so much knowledge and education in there, right? And then once price got back down to here, I basically took 70%, right? So on your trade, I will type in 0.7 and I will close the trade, right? So that's how much I've closed of the one lot, okay? And then I have 0.3 running. Yeah, so this is the remaining 30% still running, for example. So you can do that, and that's what taking partial profits means, okay? Another thing you can do, guys, is, you know, perhaps add a couple, you know, you could at the start, you could fire two trades, one at 0.7, one at 0.3, right? But this, actually ignore that advice, because I don't know what percentage I'm going to take at this level. I don't know what percentage I'm going to take until I'm there, because it depends on a few things, like how much room it has to move into, what the candles are looking like, etc. So yeah, that's all it means is, and if you want to, right, we were selling here at one lot. If you like this trade, let's say you like this candle, you can add to the trade. You can sell another one lot, and then you're into this trade for two lots. So that's increasing and decreasing the value of your trade. But you can't just do that willy-nilly, right? It has to be, you know, in terms of your money and risk management plan, right? You can't just be like, yeah, I'll add another one lot here, I'll add 5 lots here. Yeah, you can't do that. Don't do that ever. Yeah, you have to follow your money and risk management, right? Right, what else are we looking at? Niraj, hi, how are you? Agora, hey Tom, can you check on US dollar yen? It's kind of bullish to me. What do you think? Okay, Agora, let's take a look at US dollar yen. Yen's a tricky little sausage, right? I haven't used that phrase for a while, right? If we go to the monthly, and I you know, there's real contradiction, right? If you go to the monthly, right, I want to buy US dollar yen. Excuse me, back up to here. Let me have a quick drink. Okay, monthly chart, I would buy up to here. Okay, now let's look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart is also in an uptrend, but do you want to buy into those candles, into those wicks? The answer should be no, I don't. Right? I just don't want to buy into them. If I see a wick like this, right, you know, do you want to buy into that? No, right? If you see a candle like this. It doesn't matter if this is red or green, all this, right? But if I see a wick like this, do I want to sell into it? No, right? Simple as that. I just don't. So do I want to buy into that wick? No, I don't. So monthly was telling me to buy. Weekly is telling me not to buy. It's not telling me to sell, but it's telling me not to buy. And there's a difference, right? Now, let's look at the day chart. The day chart would also suggest that we can buy this market, right? Back up to here. Yeah, we're in an uptrend. We're above the moving average 20. We've got wick, nice green candle. That would suggest we can buy up to here, right? So the day chart would be a buy, but again, I do not want to buy into that weekly wick. So for that reason, I would just stay out of the market, right? I don't have to trade this pair, stay out of the market. You will, this is going to sound strange, but you will be more profitable by staying out of the market. You're probably thinking, Tom, that is an oxymoron. What the hell are you talking about? But it's true, right? Don't, if after you've read the charts, right, using price action, and there's too much conflict or contradictory information, then stay out of the market. Don't think, oh, we'll try it. Yeah, I don't ever want to hear those words. I gave it a go. We tried it. Yeah, don't, right? If it's contradictory or there's conflict in information between time frames, don't trade, right? Simple as that. So Agora, I would stay out of US dollar yen. Right, Michael, we got a question here as well. Michael Jacobs, hi Tom, thank you for your work. You're very welcome, Michael. Thank you for the thank you. Question, would you buy into US dollar CAD before the news? US dollar CAD is in a nice uptrend and bounced off the 50 fib. Michael, the answer is no, right? But I'm going to show you a little thing you can do, right? So let's say, right, as Michael does, right? Michael wants to buy US dollar CAD. Okay, right, it's in a weekly uptrend. Okay, if we go to the day chart, it's at a really nice level. Yeah, I know the level you're talking about. That is a really nice level, right? I totally agree. Okay, with kind of price was hitting there, and here we are. We're at the moving average 20 plus a piece of support here as well. That is a beautiful level to trade, right? Not that I want to buy US dollar CAD, right? But let's imagine I do. Now, what you can do is this, drop down to the H1, right? And you want to buy this. So rather than buy it now, okay, which is a nice level, and then the news comes out, and then it just does this, shoots down. And you're like, why did I enter this trade, right? There was news coming out. I knew there was news coming out. Why the hell did I start buying this pair, right? And news comes out, and it drops down like Arsenal are dropping down the league, right? That was a dig at all Arsenal fans. And where in Liverpool, I hear you cry. They are top of the league. Thank you for asking. Now, what you can do is just do this, is put a buy stop. Put a buy stop in place here, right? With maybe your stop loss down here or something, right? And then if the news is favorable, right, in terms of US dollar CAD buys, then price will just whip up, hit your buy stop, and you're in the trade. Your stop loss is down here. Happy days, right? and then you can trade it. So that's how I would trade it. Okay, we do actually have, it's called the news straddle strategy. And this is part of what I'm showing you. So again, guys, if you want access to our strategies like this one, please come join the VIP Trading Academy. It's part of the free Discord channel, guys. All right. So that's what I would do. I hope that helps, Michael, and I hope you can see the benefits in that. You're not gambling, right? If it goes in your direction, great, you're in the trade. If it doesn't, no harm done, right? So yeah, hope that helps. Right, what else are we looking at? Okay. Okay. Okay, so we've looked at that as well. Okay, so CJ's looking at Dow Jones. We've got Javan. Javan's name is in green, you will see. So guys, if you want to support our channel, I think it's like £1 a month or something, right? So if you want to show your support for the channel, if you're always coming in to watch, guys, then you can become a Simply Forex supporter. So check that out, guys. And your name will appear in green, and I will therefore take your questions first. So Javan says, hi, Tom, out of curiosity, do you think Bitcoin will hit 100K? And the answer is yes, right? We've got a lot of interest in Bitcoin recently, obviously, because of the Trump factor. But look, it hasn't got to go far to hit 100K. 100K is only here, right? And it's, let's have a look at the day chart, right? Yeah, there's 100K, right? It's super bullish, and 100K is going to be a very big psychological level for Bitcoin. So yes, just look at the candles, look at the trend. Yeah, everything's pointing that it will make it to there. It is very overextended. Look how far away this is from the moving average 20, right? You know, and if I brought the RSI indicator up, let's bring it up. Where are you? Yeah, you can clearly see, yeah, we are above this 70 level. We're looking at this line here, and if it's above 70, it's overbought or overextended, and this is heavily overextended. Okay, so you know there's no value in buying it up here, but I do think it will reach 100. Let's get rid of that indicator. If I have an indicator on my chart for too long, I get a nosebleed. Right, what else are we looking at? Colin, how are you? Good evening. Safia, what's your take on gold with geopolitics and events? So, Safia, what, you know, obviously fundamentals play a big role in what happens to gold, right? Fact. Yeah, but I'm not interested in it. What I'm interested in is what is the chart telling me to do, right? And, you know, generally speaking, gold is a flight to safety currency, right? If, you know, this war escalates between Ukraine and Russia and all of this talk about, you know, America are giving them landmines and stuff like this, then I expect gold to go up, right? It's a safe haven commodity, okay? Also, if the indices start to drop, I expect gold to go up, right? But, you know, these are all ifs and buts. And I don't deal in ifs and buts, only at weekends. I'm a bad joke, right? Yeah, I don't deal in ifs and buts, right? I deal in facts. And the facts of gold are as follows. We are in a daily downtrend at the moving average 20, right? That would suggest that would be a good selling level. I need certain things to set up for me to take that trade, but that would suggest it's at a good selling level, right? But let's take a look at the weekly chart. The weekly chart is telling us, right, that we, yeah, okay, I'm gonna I'm going to include this. I think that's substantial enough that we are in a weekly downtrend, but look how important this moving average 20 is. It's just such a nice area for dynamic support or resistance. Okay, and look at the reaction we're getting so far. But I would say we are in a downtrend. We're getting lower, lower lows. So gold, again, bit contradictory, bit of a mixed bag. But from a technical point of view, I wouldn't be able to trade it, right? The weekly is bouncing off this moving average 20 with a very bullish candle so far, right? This hasn't finished forming. And daily is in a downtrend at a nice area for sells. So if anything, I would be looking to sell gold based on technicals, right? Based on what the chart is telling me. Okay. And what the chart tells me is fact, right? I don't think, the indices could drop, gold could go up, wars could get worse, gold could go up. The Trump might make the indices fly, gold could go down. Who cares? Yeah, you're dealing in ifs and buts. You're dealing in the future, right? You don't know. Nobody knows, right? Not even the people who are in it know, right? So how do you know? So don't trade like that. Trade what you see on the charts, and that will steer you right most of the time, right? So Severe, that's what I would say on that. Okay, guys. Michael Jacobs, thanks, Tom. I will join the VIP group in a week, next week. Okay, so I'm only in the free Discord. All right, Michael. Well, we will see you in the VIP trading in the VIP Trading Academy soon. And you're from Germany. Where in Germany? I've been to Frankfurt. No, I haven't. I've been to Hamburg. I've been to Berlin and somewhere else. I cannot remember. I like Germany. I like your beer. All right, guys. And on that note, we're going to call it a day. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Check out all the value-added promotions we have for you traders. And I will see you next time.